Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg.
Entertainment America.
Welcome back to Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time.
A Universal Interactive Studios production.
I figured at least one game from this franchise would make an appearance on the list. This is Crash Bandicoot Warped, which is the third game in the Crash Bandicoot series from Naughty Dog. And,
Press start to begin.
yeah, so Crash Bandicoot 1 was 1996, 2 was 1997, 3, 1998. They were very quick with these. Naughty Dog, of course, nowadays is much more well-known for The Last of Us and Uncharted, but yeah, Crash Bandicoot was in there. Definitely was in there. Not their first game or anything like that. Their first game was in '85 on the Apple II Math Jam. She spent like 3 years making this fighting game for the 3DO called Way of the Warrior. That's quite an investment. And then they switched over to Crash Bandicoot, which was a much smarter decision. They also did the Jak and Daxter games? Not all of them? Oh, they did, yes. Yeah, they did all the Jak and Daxters. They didn't do the... What was that other big PlayStation franchise? Sly something. Sly Cooper. No, they weren't. That was Sucker Punch. Anyways, we're getting off topic. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot 3. I've never really played a Crash Bandicoot game in my life. And it's funny, I was thinking of like what PlayStation games we owned as a kid when I was younger. And I went to the PlayStation wiki page for the list of best-selling PlayStation video games. And I just went down the list. And there's a lot on the list. There's 122 entries here. I couldn't really pick out a single game on this list that we owned that wasn't an RPG. Like, I think that's basically the only thing we owned was RPGs. I mentioned Ape Escape at some point. We did have that, which was kind of odd. And maybe we had a Twisted Metal game. It seems kind of familiar, but maybe I just played it at like a cousin's house or something. I don't know. Honestly, like, we just owned a lot of RPGs. Like Wild Arms, Legend of Dragoon, Chrono Cross I'm pretty sure we owned. There was another one.
To begin.
There was another one that was like The Legend of. That was not Dragoon. That was... I thought it involved like punching a lot. Oh, we owned Grandia, of course. I remember that. We owned Legend of Mana. Actually, I don't know if we owned Legend of Mana, because I definitely recall renting it at one point and beating it just before we had to return it. So I don't know if I ever owned it, but yeah, I probably bought it at some point later on. Breath of Fire 3, I think we owned. And Legend of Legaia, that's the one I was thinking of, where the main character just punches people. And Brave Fencer Musashi, that was a great game. Yeah, okay. Oh, we also owned the 2 Final Fantasy collections that they re-released, that included Final Fantasy V and Chrono Trigger. So there was, I mean, basically anything that Squaresoft pretty much put out, we bought. Anyways, alright, let's play Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Free at last. Uka Uka is free. No, it cannot be. Evil, great evil has come. None dare to fail the brave Uka Uka even once. But you, Cortex, you have failed me twice. Great Uka Uka, it was that infernal Bandicoot. From deep inside my temple prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow. But you lost the gems, you lost the crystals, and I have lost my patience. There is now no other power source left on this planet. I know we've had a few unfortunate setbacks. And failed! But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous. There is still a way for us to amass the power needed to enslave this miserable planet. And this time the great Uka Uka will make sure that you do it right! After many eons, my evil twin, Uka Uka, has been freed from his underground prison. Long ago, I locked him there to protect the world from his malice. Now, free once again, he must be stopped. Children, Uka Uka and Cortex plan to use this time-twisting machine to gather crystals that lay scattered across time. I have brought you here to recover the crystals before they do so. To open the time portal, simply stand on a button and then jump into the portal. Good luck.
Well, that was fairly lengthy. Alright. Oh, shit. I have no thumbsticks. Hold on, let me check the controller again. DualShock? Yeah, DualShock. Alright, we're going this way. Toad Village. Yes, that is where we are going.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too. We will find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Alright, so you've got the spin move, and you got jumps, and you got a slide you can do, and that's probably about it. I guess our closest comparison is Super Mario 64. Not quite released in the same year, but they're both in the platform genre. That wasn't really a fantastic animation, was it? Alright, well, let's bonus it up. We are bonusing. Well, don't worry. Eventually, we'll get exciting. I have little doubt. Okay, I got hit. I got a big gem. I missed a box. Oh no. Alright. That was definitely a thing. Now we go to Under Pressure, which looks like an underwater level. For the second level of the game, you're already slapping me with underwater? Oh my god, they are. Look at this shit. Oh god. Not so sure about this decision, man. Why would you make this your second level? I mean, really, I'm not sure why developers love underwater levels in general. Yep, we are playing the game. Oh, now we have a fish that shoots missiles, torpedoes. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. I think we have to skip a few levels to get to some more interesting stuff. I think that's in the cards. Still going on, huh? Come on. Oh boy. missed 2 boxes. Oh no. Fast forward through that. Alright, let's just go to the 5th level. Making waves. This will be interesting. Although again, it seems to have to do with water. So maybe it won't be interesting. Oh, we're playing as the chick. And now it's a very different type of level. It's like Wave Race 64, but worse. Man, really makes you appreciate Wave Race 64. What a fun game that was. Clearly they're like going for a Wave Race 64 kind of thing here. With the buoys. Remember the buoys? Come on. God damn. Thank you. Handle that. Yeah, so I had a thought that was like, I think I was watching just like some old nerd episodes. It's like, you know, a lot of video games that were released and are released are shit. Like, absolute shit. And so when you have games coming out that are really good, you know, they get really popular and people remember that. And so that's how they get placed on a best games of all time list, because most games are not great. So like
Ooga Ooga and Cortex want Tiny get crystals and bring them to Big Colosseum in Rome.
I mean, it's sort of weird to say it, I guess, but it's like, you know, to be on the best games of all time list, you don't actually have to be like one of the best games of all time. You just have to be better than your peers. So like, Crash Bandicoot 3 here is not like mind-blowingly amazing or anything, right? But it's very competently made. Like, this is not shit. And there were a lot of shitty platforming games released on the N64 and PlayStation. Fuck. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm just losing too much distance. Maybe I'm being too harsh, because I'm sure you'll find people that'll say, dude, I fucking love Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. I play that shit all the time. I play it once a year, all the way through. I love it. I just can't get enough of it. But honestly, there are people like that for every game in existence. Nope. I died. What the fuck?
What have I got?
maybe I'm just becoming a little jaded because all I've been playing... Oh, okay. All I've been playing are the good games from throughout history. Practically none of these games are bad in any way, except Populous. Some of them are dated, but all of them were absolutely, like, top tier in the year of their release. But yeah, I think just overall, and I've said this before, but a much better idea for a list is just best games of this year, or games you should play before you die. Although apparently that Games Before You Die book actually does refer to them as the best games of all time, on like the back cover. Which is why I guess it got qualified to be used as a source. And that really makes me just question the whole methodology of that. I don't know. I might actually have to buy that book just so we can use it as reference material and just read what it says about... Like, I need to know what it says about fucking Worms 1 and why that's one of the best games of all time. So I think I have to order it. Fuck. Burn my ass good. Can I just say this would be fucking terrible with a D-pad? So, thank God we've got the DualShock. The DualShock. Alright, that's probably enough. I'm sure it gets more complex from there, but let's go ahead and do one of my favorite activities and search for Best Crash Bandicoot Game. 10 Best Crash Bandicoot Games, ranked according to Metacritic. Well, that's always a great way to do it. Alright. Well, Metacritic puts number 3, Warped, at number 1. Alright, fair. Let's go to RetroDodo.com, ranking the 12 best Crash Bandicoot games of all time. Okay. There's plenty of them. They put Warped at number 4, followed by number 2, followed by Crash Team Racing, followed by the original. Number 1 on our list has to be the original Crash Bandicoot game, and there's no denying it's the best Crash Bandicoot game around. Seems to be written by an AI, but okay. Let's go with Reddit. What would you say top 5 favorite Crash games of all time? This person, number 1 is Warped. This person says number 1 is Wrath of Cortex, but for nostalgia's sake, their number 2 is Warped. This person, number 1 is Warped. This person, number 2 is Warped. This person, number 4 is Warped. This person, number 3 is Warped. This one, number 2 is Warped. This one didn't list Warped. This one put it at number 2. This one is number 1. This one is number 3. This one's number 2. This one's number 2. This one's number 2. This one's number 3. 2. 4, 2. I'm just listing where Warped appears on their list. Which, to its credit, it's on pretty much everybody's list. Somewhere in their top 5. Generally towards the top. So clearly it is one of the best in the series. Alright. Like I said, I can't really say there's much wrong with it other than their second level's a underwater level. I've already gone into discussing how platforming game isn't really my thing. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly still playable. And I think if you're into this stuff, there's probably plenty of fun to be had. So sure, why not? One of the best games of all time. I believe it's the only Crash Bandicoot game on the list, which would make sense. Yep, it is. So, yeah. It's fine. It's good. It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good. We'll say it's good. I mean, I wasn't really shitting on it. I know I went into that whole diatribe about how some of these games just look good next to their shitty counterparts, but no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'd still probably say Super Mario 64 is more timeless, but they're not quite the same kind of platforming games. And really, I mean, if I actually had wanted to spend money on this, I would have gotten the Insane Trilogy, which is the remasters of 1, 2, and 3. There's a lot of people in that thread were specifically listing the games with NST next to it to point to the remaster. Although some people, I mean, curiously, like this person puts 2, 4, 3, and then they have their number 5 is Crash 1, but the remastered. So it means they don't care for the remaster of 2 and 3, which is interesting. Some people list the Insane Trilogy as its own thing, and then separately list the originals on the same list, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure specifically what the remaster did wrong to not properly remaster these games, and why you would... I mean, in a perfect world, when a game gets remastered, there should be no reason to ever go back to the original, right? And that includes a remaster offering the ability to, like, swap graphics back. I think that's a really cool feature in some remasters, like the Monkey Island stuff, the Command & Conquer remaster, you know, things like that, where you just switch back, and so you get all the quality of life features, but it's still, like, visually the same experience you remember. Anyways, I think that's enough discussing Crash Bandicoot. And hey, I said it was one of the best games of all time, so don't come at me. Don't come at me. Alright, my name is Mangg. This has been Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time with Crash Bandicoot Warped. And I'll see you fine folks next time.